Hi everyone, welcome back to Digital Tech Academy YouTube channel. Today, you will learn the text function in data analysis. Don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel, sit back and enjoy the class.
Hello everyone and welcome again to another session from Digital Tech Academy. Today we're going to be treating text functions and we're going to be talking about some of those functions that we can use for text columns. Some of the functions that we can use to format numbers, date and times into a specified format. So what does this text function, what does it do? As I mentioned earlier, I said we can use these text functions to format numbers, date and times into a specified format. So text functions, they're particularly useful for displaying data in a specified format. So we basically using some of these functions to format our text or format our numbers, our dates. We can also use it for extracting. We can use it to merge columns. We can use it to split. So we're going to be treating some of these functions right now. So the first function we're going to have under here is called the concat function. The concat function is used to combine two or more text strings into one. So when you have words separated on your spreadsheet and you're trying to combine them into one, you're trying to have just one word, you can always bank on the concat function here. And before we dive into this concat function, there's something you need to know when you're working with these text functions. It's something we have as delimiting characters. Delimiter. Let me type it out on my Excel so that you won't be confused. Let me zoom out properly. As I said, we're going to be working with this word that says delimiters. You can either call them delimiters or you call them delimiting characters. So they are characters that are used mostly to join words, break words. We have characters like comma. We have characters like space. So it's more like those characters are used to break a word. When I get to this particular character here, maybe a space, a comma, an hyphen, I know that I'm supposed to take a deep breath. I'm supposed to take a breath before I continue on to the next one. So we use these delimiting characters very well under the text function. So when you're trying to join words together using the concat function, you will need to introduce a delimiter. If I'm calling somebody's name, let me just write out someone's name. Let's say Fashola Ogudu. While I was typing out this Fashola Ogudu, there was a space. I typed in a space, but I pressed my button here for me to have a space. You see this space that is between Fashola and Ogudu is called a delimiting character. This is space. It was used to separate the first name from the last name. So when you're calling it out, you know that, okay, this is not just one word. This is two names, the first name and the last name of someone. So when you're combining names or you're splitting names, you will need to introduce a delimiting character. And it can be anyone. I'm going to mention some now. We have our space, we have our full stop, that's the period, we have our semicolon, we have our colon, we have our hyphen, we have our underscore. Those characters that can be used to either separate words or used to join words together, those are delimiting characters. We're going to now start with our concat now. So we have something here on this data set. We have the first name. The first name is already splitted away from the last name. But we have an empty column here that says full name. So we're expected to use any function in Excel here to combine both the first name and the last name together to give us each person's full name. And I just mentioned now that concat function can be used to join two or more text strings into one. So this first name right here is one text string. Then this last name is another text string. So I want to join them together for me to have someone's full name. So I'm just going to type in equals to concat here. I'm sure you must have seen concatenate. They do the same thing, but this one is more like the older version. So we're using concat function. So for concat function, you need arguments like text1, text2, text3, text4, text5, and so on and so forth. Just put in your text, put in what you want to join. So remember what we're trying to join is the first name and the last name. So because I want you to follow a relative cell reference, I want you to drop down. I want to be able to drop down rather, so that I'm going to have everybody's full name instead of me repeating it myself. For my first text, for my first argument, I'm going to pick it as a cell reference. This, then comma. I'm going to pick the next name also for my second argument. Now, look at what we have. If I close my bracket, then enter. There is nothing separating it. It's not like this is the person's real name, Deborah Ashby, like this. But then Deborah or Deborah is a first name, while Ashby is the last name. So that means there should be something separating it using while still in concat function. So right here, that means the space or whatever delimiting character we're going to be using should come after Debbie and before the Ashby. So if I should open up the function, that means there should be something. Text2 should not be till B5. It should be something. So let me just cancel out B5. So for my text here, I'm going to take you back a bit to where we used if function. If I'm trying to pass in anything inside my if function, I'm trying to get it to return let's say excellent, very good, pass, fail, and all that. Remember we encased all of them in quotes. The same thing here also. This whatever character we're going to use now, whatever delimiter we're going to use, it's a character. So it has to be encased in quotes. Whether we're going to use the hyphen, either we use the hyphen, or we use the space, or we use the slash. Any delimiter we're using has to be encased in what? In quotes, because it's a character. So if I'm using slash, just to show you that we can use several, not just space, the slash is taking up this argument that says text2. So that means I need to get to the what? Another delimiter, another argument that says text3 for me to pick Ashby. Now for text3, I'm going to have to pick what? Ashby. So now if you look at what we have inside the function, I have A5, so A5, which is where Deborah is. Then I have text2, which is where delimiter is. Then I also have text3, which is where the last name is. Now let me close my bracket and press enter. I will have this. But this is not the standard way of actually writing my name. So let's just write it the normal way. I'm going to use the space. So coming back here to the function, instead of my slash, just press the space bar. You're going to have a space, then enter. Then I'm going to have this, the proper way of writing a name, Deborah, then Ashby. All I'll do is I'm coming back up here, then I'm dropping this. Everybody's name is going to be what? It's going to be separated, or it's going to be joined together with the what? With the space bar that we specified right at the beginning. So let me come again. Remember, what we're trying to do is combine these two names together, Deborah and Ashby. And I'm trying to use the concat function. And I said, if you are trying to join words together, you will need a delimiting character. You will need a delimiter. Either you're using your space, your underscore, your slash, your period. You will need something that is actually separating the first word from the second word. So, but if you enter in your concat function, the argument it requires is text1, text2, text3, and so on. All you have to do is just pick the first one, pick the first word that you have, comma, then you're going to have to put in the delimiter that you want to use to separate it from the other word. And I said, if you are to include in the delimiter, you have to encase it in quotes. Encase it in quotes, put your delimiter, close your quotes. For people trying to get how I'm getting the space, open up your quotes, press your space bar, then close your quotes. Then put a comma again after your second quote, then you pick the last name. Pick the other name that you want to combine together with that first one. Then you close your bracket, then enter. Then I have a full name. When I'm coming back here, then I'm dropping this down. Everybody's name is like that. Now, if I want to get the email address, I can also use the concat function, because the email now, I'm going to use their names at gmail.com. I'm going to be using their names at gmail.com. So I'm going to type in concat. Now, because I don't want a space, there shouldn't be a space in between the emails. So what I'm going to do is my text one, I'm going to pick the first name and the last name instead of picking this full name. Remember, this full name already has a space in between all of them, and I don't want that for my email. What I'm do is I'm picking the names one by one without a delimiter. So pick my first name or pick my first word, which is what Deborah, then comma, I'm picking the last name. I'm having something like this, which was what we tried the first time without the delimiter in between. Then comma. What I want to use now is at gmail.com. So I want to combine these names or the person's full name with at gmail.com. So that at gmail.com is my third text. So it's a word, it's a text, it's a character, or they are characters. So it has to be what encased in quotes also. Then you type in your at gmail.com. Then you close your brackets. Sorry, you close your quotes, you close your brackets, then enter. Then we'll have this. It's just the downside to this is that everybody here is going to have gmail.com. So this is how we can use the concat function. Concat function, let me come again, is used to join two or more text strings together into one string. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.
I hope you enjoyed this tutorial, and if you want to learn more in-demand tech skill to take your journey further from the comfort of your home, check out our website for more information. Don't forget to like this video, drop a comment if you have any question, and share. Thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next class.